I'm going to be answering question 7 on my AS evaluation, which is what have I learned from my preliminary task. I've learned a great deal from my preliminary task. I've learned how to be more organised. I would say that during my preliminary task, I didn't take forever to do work or complete work, but I definitely didn't do it in an effective manner. Whereas this time around, I've had to do all 3 of my products within a week. I did all my evaluation within a week, and I think that's quite awesome. But I've learned how to use different software, such as Photoshop. I'm not really wonderful at it, like 100% wonderful, but I can edit a photo. I can make it look nice. I can make it look reasonably good. I've learned how different aspects of technology that's used in the media come together to produce like one product. I use a Canon camera. I use an iMac and Photoshop to produce my magazines. So they're all different aspects of media come together to produce one great thing. I also learned how to take on criticisms without being hurt by it. Because when people criticise your work, it does get to you a bit, because like you've worked very hard on it. I didn't just do my preliminary task just for the sake of it. I didn't just do my magazine just for the sake of it. I did it because I wanted to achieve a good grade. I did it because I sort of had to do it. It wasn't like fun for me to do it. I had to do it. So yeah, so it hurts a bit when people criticise your work, but I've learned that at the same time it hurts, like I need to get over it, because these are the people, if my magazine was a real media product, these are the people I'm trying to potentially reach. These are the people that I want to buy my magazine. So I took on their criticisms, not all of it, some of it, and implemented my work, because some of them had really specific things that didn't really like about my prelim tasks, such as like how I used a shade gradient, and how we went over the writing, and how somebody else was in the image going, and it was just not very nice. It wasn't really classy. They wouldn't buy the college magazine. But I also got feedback from my first AS coursework, and people didn't really like the fact that Cameron was there, and like the writing, the master went over his head, over his hat, over everything. They didn't like that, and that's perfectly fine. I took on the criticisms, but some of them had criticisms, but it was a bit bizarre to me, and people have very different other criticisms. I couldn't take them all on and implement all of them. I implemented the ones that were most common and redid it, put my own unique style on it, because it is my magazine. I also took real media products, magazines such as Vibe and King and Essence, and looked at them and drew comparisons to their magazine and my magazines, and differences between their magazines and my magazines. I use the real media product as sort of like a template. Like, some of them only had cover lines on the right side of the image. Some of them had on the left side of the image. Some of them had them on both. What I found out by doing this coursework again is that even though there are conventions for music magazines, you don't have to follow all of them. It's just about selecting a few and implementing them in your own way, because the magazines that I looked at, not all of them had cover lines on 2 sides of the page. Not all of them had a masthead on the top right corner or the top left corner. Some of them had them bang in the middle. Not all of them use all of the conventions, and that's perfectly fine, because by not using all the conventions, they don't put they're challenging conventions. They may use some, but they're also challenging it, which is like a good midpoint to be. I think I sort of did that, even though I really did use most of them as a template. And yeah.